And also, a person is not done with the program till he's done. Most programs are 28 days. 28 days, oh, your time's up, you need to get out of here, your insurance just ran out. But we keep a person as long as he needs to be here.
Oh, does insurance pay for this? It's
Some
covered by
insurance, yeah, yeah. Some insurance pays.
Do you have any sponsors? If I don't have an insurance, I don't have any money, but I want to quit really. I'm so tired to use the heroin and so, but no money, no insurance.
Sometimes we've helped people get their churches to pay. That's a common thing. Like they'll have a collection at the church for that person, or we help them find a sponsor. And usually, if somebody's life is on the line and the family comes in here and they say, wow, this program really will work, we've tried 5 other programs that haven't worked, they'll find the money.
Do you have any support from the government?
No, we should. I wish we did, because we're very workable, but we don't.
Have you ever applied to the government?
No, this Narconon hasn't. I know in Europe, the Narconon in Sweden, they've had government support. Yeah, but this one, no.
How many people do you have on your staff? How many people?
20. 20.
20. Who are they?
We have a doctor, we have 2 nurses, and we have certified counselors. And then several of the staff have done the program themselves, because what's been found in the field of rehab, actually the best results are gotten from people who've been on drugs themselves and then have gotten off drugs. Those are the best results. If you study the results that a psychiatrist gets, or a psychologist, or a counselor, or like let's say an AA person, a sponsor who's been an alcoholic himself, the AA sponsor is going to have the best stats. And same with our program. So we have to have people who've had that problem, they understand, and who've successfully beat the problem. Because otherwise it's just like a bunch of, doctors and stuff telling a drug addict, like, stop using drugs, and they think that nobody understands. So we have the right mixture. We have a really good mixture of professionals and ex-drug addicts.
But who made the methodic?
Oh, who made the material?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There was a guy named Willie Benitez in 1967. He was in prison in the Arizona State Penitentiary. He was in there for heroin. In and out of prison so many times, the judge said the best sentence would be for you to die. I don't know what to do with you. And he read a book called Fundamentals of Thought, written by L. Ron Hubbard. And he realized the main thing wrong with what he'd been doing, like 12-step, which works for a lot of people, but it didn't work for him, was 12-step says you're powerless. And he realized by reading that book that he had the power. He had all the God-given power to overcome his drug problem. He wasn't powerless. And by tapping into that power, he could overcome the problem. And so he used some techniques that were in that book, and he wrote to Mr. Hubbard and said, I'm here in prison, I'd like to start a program. He got permission from Mr. Hubbard to use the materials, and he started the program in the prison and called it Narconon. But what's interesting is in that prison was a guy named Gordy Winan. Gordy worked in the cannery. Willie Benitez went up to Gordy and said, do you want to do Narconon? Gordy said anything to get out of the cannery. But Gordy works here now. Gordy's been clean for 40 years. He's one of the original people from the prison. And at that time, Paramount Pictures shot a major motion picture in the prison after they started Narconon. And Gordy was in that movie also. It's called Riot. So it's a whole interesting history. And what happened from there in 1969, they went to Los Angeles. They got a little shed, and they started Narconon. And now here we have it in 40 countries, 140 centers. Lots and lots of people have done the Narconon program. It's so successful, and that's why it keeps growing.